wasting any more time. Let's get right into what's happening on the streets of Ghana and Accra in recent times.
All right. Hey, it's your girl, Ngozi, and you're welcome once again to Word on the Street, where we dive into the latest buzz in town. And today, what is buzzing? First off, we have finally heard from our dearest Moisha Budong.
Okay.
Yes, finally. She actually did an interview with Nkokonsa.com, and she's given us, how do I say, like this thing into her her healing, yes, an insight into her healing process. Now, she says she's feeling much better, but then she's a little bit paralyzed. Like, she's paralyzed, and so she can't walk and she can't talk, but she communicates well through the phone.
Okay, so the interview was through...
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, yeah. So she says she can't walk or talk, but then, kakra.
Yeah.
Hopefully, Charlie, small. I think she'll get back on track.
I'm happy.
Yeah, very happy. Now, something she actually said that, something that sparked my interest is, she said, I know God loves me and he will not let me down. I believe God will heal me completely and make me a superstar for the world to know. And honestly, energy.
She already was like, she was there. Like, people knew the name Moisha Budong. So
energy.
I'm not sure it will be too difficult.
Yes. I'm just hoping that God will heal her at this time completely. Yes. But it's good because, people have actually been asking, myself included, what's happening to her, because after that, the stroke and then her brother's GoFundMe, we haven't heard much from her.
Right.
And, the GoFundMe was they were trying to raise, I think, $10,000, but I think they got about 5,000. And she actually said, the money is being used the way it's meant to be used. So, so for everybody who donated or who felt like, so very soon, hopefully we'll see her back again, on the streets and on our screens doing doing everything that she loves to do. Exactly. And up next is Adwa Smart. Now, Adwa Smart, yes, she actually had an interview recently with Channel 1, and she spoke about how she had to drop out of school because of bullying, because of her size.
Yeah, I think I've heard her say that before.
Yeah, she was being bullied because of her size, and she had to drop out of school. And what struck me with that is the teachers were also complicit in that. Wow. They didn't do much to help. That was back then. But then, you actually say that was back then, But then when you look at today, like that boy that was killed, the same thing is happening. Yeah. So what are the teachers, what's happening in our schools?
Okay, so let me say this. You realize that the students then, some of them have now grown to be teachers. And so if they were bullies and teasers then, you think they'll do anything, there'll be anything better? If they were bullies then and then nobody thought it wise to punish them or even talk to them about it and get them to do the right thing. But like she said, the teachers looked on and did nothing. They would grow up thinking it's the right thing to do or it's okay. And so if some of them become teachers, you think they would care? They will sit and watch another student get
bullied, Charlie, and get stuck. Exactly. Yeah. That's very true. That's actually,
and it's the same way we have I don't know if it's an adage or if it's actually an adage or we just say that the same way wise children grow up to be wise adults, foolish children grow up to be foolish adults.
Exactly. So. That's very true. Because honestly, when after I watched that in the interview, I glanced through that. The next thing I saw on my socials was a mother in America dealing with children who were bullying her children. And honestly, I felt like that was a way to go. Because these kids have bullied her kids from like elementary, which is like the primary, all the way to like high school. And it was so bad that the daughter didn't want to go to school anymore. And every time they were calling her, so it's not just in school. Akolani Befi Okra, they call her like her Google this thing, like the meetings. And the mother was running it. So she decided this time she was going to answer the call. So she got on the call and she said there were like 10 students on there trying to bully her daughter. But then she already knew the students. So she went in on every single one of them and all of them broke down and were crying. And then and then their parents now try to step in. Like, so she now dealt with the parents like, no, you're
stepping in now because your child is affected.
Is affected, but then my child has been affected for years.
I stepped in because nobody was doing anything to help my child
for years, and now you are complaining because your child is crying today, but my child has been crying for years. So when are you going to actually step up and do something and talk to your child about something? And honestly, I feel like it's time for the bullies to get bullied as well, because if it doesn't happen,
I won't say bullied as well, because bully is the word that we don't want to hear.
I know, but sometimes you need to stop that.
Serve them a dose of their own
medicine.
You know?
Exactly.
And most often, when you look into it, you realize that those who do these things are somewhat very insecure people, and so they are just projecting their insecurities onto other people. They are very fragile inside, and the least thing, just like you're saying, the mother went on them and they broke down crying.
Yes,
that's because they don't, it's more like being in the jungle. You eat or you're eating.
Exactly.
So they would rather put up a front just so they can look like they are tough, they are mean, and all of that. That being said, there are really very mean children out there,
very mean,
who will grow up to become very mean adults if nothing is done
about it. That's very true. And so I would like to take this opportunity for the parents who are listening right now. I know all of us think that our children are holy and angels and this, but honestly, not
every parent knows that or thinks their children. Some parents actually are the ones who instill such mean traits into their children. Kids. They tell them that don't let anybody bully you, so rather be the bully. They put ideas into the minds of the children. No.
I get that.
I'm not saying there are some who would tell their children the right
to
thing.
Defend yourself.
Defend yourself is not bullying somebody.
People,
there are people who are mean. We see it in movies. We see it around us. They want their children to be very, very wicked. They bring their children up in that regard.
That's true.
So not every parent thinks that their kids are innocent or no. There are parents who have made it part of their livelihood and their purpose in life to ensure that their children are actually mean to people and are the ones who cause pain to other people.
But Charlie, it's time parents talk to your kids.
But back to Adjoa Smart's story. I'm happy that dropping out of school didn't take away the greatness that she had in her destiny. She came out, and look how far her name traveled.
Look, she's a household name, whether she went to school or not.
You understand? She made great things for herself. Back then, growing up, everybody knew Adjoa Smart, and because of her, I'm sure there are a lot more people dared to even come out and also show themselves and show their talent because she dared to open the way.
Exactly, that's very true, because nowadays we see them all the time. They're acting, they're doing this.
She dared to be
it's beautiful.
A pace setter for all of them, and it's beautiful. And we see them amongst us, and they are human just like us, pretty, it's just intelligent and everything. I don't even know what's wrong with us. Sometimes when
I say she doesn't know what is wrong with us, but you say like short man. No, be short man
is different from
bullying. Okay, that's dwarfism. That's very different.
I mean, those are different. Like, what were you trying to do? Those are different things. And against most of the times, people who look down on them and are teasing them, I just pray that they give birth to. And then let's see how you treat your child
Exactly. Will you throw your child away? You won't throw your child away. That's true.
So why do you make other people feel less of a human?
Because they are short. Hey, DJ Mix says you like to date one. Okay.
I have a candidate for you.
Anya.
Say less.
Yeah,
I got you.
Anya.
Yeah, you like woman or
watch out next week on Highway 1019. We'll be having a
bridal shower before the main
the interview before the date and
anyway. And they'll look good together. She actually has dreads as well.
Hey,
she's so fun. You have no idea. Yeah.
Really?
Very, very lively person.
Oh,
So
I
sweet.
wouldn't be surprised though.
So
I won't
sweet.
be surprised. I really wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
I don't think people misjudge them by the height, thinking that obey say and obey say. But any part, there's really no difference.
I mean,
honestly.
I'm just happy that, like I said, Ajwa Smart came out. And she is, I bet you, she's more traveled than all of those teachers who looked on and watched them being bullied.
Exactly.
And all the bullies who were around at the time.
That's very true. It's true.
So, yeah, you be mean and be the big bad wolf and all of that. And watch your prey rise to greatness.
I know, right? That's true. All right. Do not bully people. Or if you bully people, they'll become great. Anyways, what do you call it? What, like I was saying, when I said Ghana, whether you're dead or alive,
you
go fill 'em. Now, what is happening is our mortuary workers, very essential force. We can't. What are we going to do if we have dead bodies piling on our streets with all the everything going on? We already have choked gutters. We have this. We have that.
Yeah.
Do you know? And look at how much work they did during the COVID era. The danger it took for them to handle these diseased, but because even after death, you needed to protect the body.
Yeah.
And look at how it went. For them, they're coming out to tell us that they want to go on strike, and the strike is supposed to start on Thursday.
Mortuary attendants?
No, mortuary workers, every single one of them, from Kinkring to Kankrai. And I want to read
Private or public sector?
Public sector. I want to read their message that they've sent out to us, or their notification, and it says, "My dear honorables," okay, let me skip that. Now, notice is hereby respectfully served on your high offices that starting from Thursday 26 September 2024, mortuary workers will exercise their rights as guaranteed in the 1992 Constitution by withdrawing all services. Okay, you can ask.
Take that line again.
Which one?
The one before withdrawing all services.
Okay. Mortuary workers shall exercise their rights as guaranteed in the 1992 Constitution by withdrawing all services.
Wow.
Yes, this action is necessitated by some pressing demands which the employer has, in our opinion, deliberately ignored.
Wow.
These demands have been in the domain of the employer for some time now. Now, the demands are this: provision of adequate PPEs, which is personal protective equipment, salary arrears dating back to 2020.
That was COVID era.
4 years. Oforiwa. Me, 1 month. When you cry, 4 years. Four.
Anyway.
Request for financial clearance for the employment of just 500 workers, mortuary workers. COVID-19 bonus for mortuary workers as announced by the President of the Republic. It was announced that they were supposed to get some COVID bonus, blah, 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 blah. Okay. We are paying our COVID taxes, but okay. That if the said date I beg your pardon, that if by the said date our employer does not take positive steps to resolve our grievances, continuation. And then they say it must be noted that the recorded death of mortuary workers in recent times is alarming. We shall therefore not leave any stone unturned. And 1, members are directed to close all mortuaries, stay at home until the needful is done. 2, the general public is therefore informed. 3, we, however, do not expect a letter from any quarters demanding we come for hearing. Hearing time is over. It is simply about implementation. Please be informed.
Wow. So one way or the other, they are telling the public, if you've got your loved one in their possession, you might as well go get them, bury them, or take them to a private facility.
Yes.
Because they're about to strike.
Yes, or don't die.
How can you decide when to die? You think if we had the...
No die,
don't die,
I'm just telling you, no die. Don't die.
Yo. How can you determine
decide when
you
and when
tell
not to
God,
die? God, relax small.
because mortuary attendants are going on strike.
Oh, very well. People can barely afford
Really?
one meal.
I mean,
some people can barely afford a meal. For these people who have their sick people in the hospital, how many of them can take their people to private morgues? Or what? Or didn't saying?
Is that also?
Yeah.
Nah, but
It's a painful when you think about it. Yeah.
I was just going to ask if they were
Just
not
how you
supposed.
you buy deep freezer.
I was just going to ask if they were not supposed to be treated with priority,
They were.
just as the doctors and
They
nurses.
were.
But even the doctors and nurses
Then-
are struggling as well.
Exactly.
And so I was just going to ask that. Then I thought about it and I laughed.
Ah.
But imagine the ones who are, because if they decide to quit their jobs or abandon their responsibilities, just like you mentioned, even forget the fact that we would have dead bodies piling on the street. Can we imagine what it will mean when lights go off or go out? How the environment will be like, knowing that the diseases and sicknesses we could actually have, knowing that. No, I don't even want to imagine.
You can't
but
imagine
this does
it.
not,
You don't want to imagine
really,
it.
truly does not make sense.
It doesn't.
I feel like there are some workforces, that should be prioritized every single time. Like no excuses.
Healthcare.
No excuses because at the end of the day, the roles they play are essential. If there's any word above essential, like it goes way beyond that. And so we should not even give them a reason to want to. And so if they've been working for 4 years and hoping that things will get better, exactly what he said. Time for communicating or for talking or discussing or hearing is over.
It's done.
It's over.
Years. How much is one person in power's petrol? It can't pay these people. It no, very well. We don't prioritize the Chale.
I just feel like I don't know, but sometimes I feel like we have misplaced our priorities.
We really
have as a people. There are certain things that should not be questioned. People don't cremate bodies here. You don't bury people immediately they die. Like so why should those people? It's different if families are allowed to take care of their own, dead, but it's not done.
Let me bust your mind.
That's why there are bodies that do that. So why do we not? And that's why a lot of people will just go to the private facility.
Exactly. But those are for the people who can afford them.
But at the end of the day, just like you're saying,
because this is hospital and they've been treated. Yes, some people have been treated, but because they can't even afford the hospital bills, they are still in the hospital. So imagine. Bodies, if these people are not going to work, so now on the day that this happens and they close it down, anybody who dies nighttime, daytime,
you'll be forced to go to a private facility.
Just as
because you can't keep your dead at home. Unless of course you would want to bury them there and then
just as another thing too, I saw when I was going through social media, someone said that they asked their family to bring water to bath the dead cousin because they were going to bury him last week, and there was no water.
What? Did the person mention the facility?
She did not. But she said they were asked to bring water to bury dead.
These things are crazy.
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't. From where to where?
What?
Yes. Water.
Wait, what? They had to bring water from their
house. Yes.
To the morgue.
Yes.
For it to be used to bathe their corpse or the body of their loved one.
Yes.
Before it was discharged for burial.
Yes.
You're kidding?
Nope. Yep. Water.
So even if water they don't have, then how can they have
their
salary
PPEs? That they will have? Exactly.
Not to talk of salaries, not to talk of maybe an insurance that protects them, because they mentioned in their write-up that some of them have been a large number of them have been dying in recent times. Is it that they are contracting diseases because of
lack of PPEs?
I mean,
because you touch a contaminated body, and then I
can't imagine. This is heartbreaking, but I hope that as of yesterday that they put out this notice or write-up. I hope that
something
the right authorities are going to, fast track something and make sure that they help them, because these are people that we can't just have them put their
tools down.
Yes.
They can't. They must not.
I mean,
they really must not. They
even
should
you,
not.
when you have a relative there, when you're going there, see how you feel. You don't even want to enter.
Yeah.
So imagine them who live with them. Literally, they see them 247. They cleanse them. They clean them up. They take care of them.
Yeah.
And all of that. You don't want to even see.
You don't want to. I know we don't want to, because there was a time, some long time ago, I was going through Teshi, and I could smell something on a very long stretch, and I knew. I just told my friend who I was driving, I was like, nah, I didn't send a bono. I feel say be human being. Since not like for a long time, the whole I did born, and you can't find where the smell is, but I did the entire area. And she's like, how do you know? It might not be a body. I said, no, this cannot be normal. The smell is giving me like goosebumps. Only for her to call me the next day. She's like, Ngozi, how did you know? I'm Paul. Yesterday they found a body that was decomposing. And not just one body. We are not ready. We are not ready for this. We aren't ready. Ghana, we really are not ready for this.
I don't have words, honestly.
Honestly, there are really no words.
I just hope that their voices are heard, and then the right thing is done. I don't think it's fair.
Yeah.
Imagine even when your salary is delayed for a bit. See how frustrating it can be. Not to talk of 4 whole years.
4 years.
For such an essential job you do as well. Come on now.
Bills.
They deserve
hospital.
better.
It's not right. It really is not right.
See, I don't know what's happening, but there are lots of things happening this year.
Yeah. It's not right.
This period, there are lots of things happening, and I don't even want to add. I don't want us to add up to those things happening.
CTAG too has also said that they might go on strike. But they haven't brought out the other thing to confirm. We are waiting for them to confirm, like they're actually going back on strike again. Everybody is striking. Everybody is striking.
Wow.
It's sad. Anyway, I just want to like mention this for like the last. I know that it's been buzzing. Everybody, the whole town is buzzing about Ifua Pokwa and her visits to the Mansia Palace, and the chiefs.
Is Mansia
Palace. Mansia before they come. After what she did, she went to go and apologize. I think she's apologized 4 times. A lot of people think she's apologized 3, but she's actually apologized 4 times. The first one was a statement on her page. The second one was when she went to this other radio station with Aja Guraja to go and apologize. Then she went on live TV, Monaguchi show, apologized, and now they've also gone to Menshato and so go and apologize. She kneels down, she begged. But then the chief say no. On fan musionko. Now the ebedi nechi. Say ye manana ye
You see, the last time we spoke about it, I told you that she oversaid it. She over-exaggerated a lot of things, especially if you were not privy to first-hand information that is factual.
Yeah,
you were just speculating or saying what you felt like the people would want to hear.
Or maybe what she's experienced.
No, Ngozi, she didn't speak out of what she said was not out of experience.
Okay, it was like
that's why I'm saying that she overdid it because at a point, fine, you're talking. If you want to talk about experience, experience can be that. Oh, I know a couple of Ashantis who have done this and that, or who do this and that, and make me feel like that is what you can talk about and say that is an experience, or you're saying that out of experience. And you can name instances that you have experienced such from them that have made you feel they are trying to be like superior or make you feel lesser of who you truly are and your tribe, you know. But if that was not the case, and then you say it, speculate, go on, and then you end up literally attacking the stool and the king, then what are you saying?
That's true.
Especially when it's baseless. You don't have fact to say that, oh, maybe I know of a story, not heard, because hearsay don't count now. I know of a story. When you say you know, then it means that when matters come up or when it comes to the worst scenario, you can call for evidence or you have something to back up your claim. I know of a story where the king did that and that and that, and for that matter, I feel this and that and that. But you didn't have, it was all speculations, exaggeration, and I think she admitted in her write-up somewhere that she was caught up in the moment or something. That's why I always say that, see, careful what you say, because the platform, the platform is there. But what you go and say at the end of the day, some people will talk because they want to trend, because they want the clout and everything. But all these people doing these things, probably they have a backup system or something. I heard one of the chiefs say that they have a feeling that there are people behind her or other, I don't know, who instigated her or something. But today, now that you're found wanting, where are those people?
Nobody came. It was just what they call it, some of the management from.
Don't get used though. Don't let anybody use you because of some peanuts they'll give you for today to enjoy today. When matters come, like when show comes, see, you'll be found wanting.
I wasn't among. That's what they will say.
And at this point, even if truly there was someone instigating it or someone who put the words in your mouth and said that, oh, we need a coca, and you go and even say that, mention that person's name, the person can decide to say that, to admit or not, or deny. You understand? And even after that, like, so now the question will come into your catcher also kuku mami and our papa and
I know. Do you understand? That's true.
I mean, this media space, it can be very, it can be anything and everything, massa. But if you are not careful, that moment of fame, if it gets into your head, the things you would say, you'll be surprised. And again, you feel like, oh, you've got a lot of following, you've got a lot of people who love you, fans and all. But the moment you're found once, and the last time I said it, the same people who probably were hailing her or came to big her up and said, oh, what can, Asemna, what can, are the same people who now come and say, do, and I will hear my neighbor. So don't forget the people.
That's very true. But you know what? I actually wanted to find out what people's reactions were to Mensha refusing, or not accepting her apology. And honestly, the young ones always have a different outlook on how, on these things, because the young ones are like, the priorities are wrong, we have Galamsey, we have this. Someone even said, look at this guy's issue, Oliver's issue. Said, Wafaki, throwing away the key. That why did we have to even put up a manhunt for that? Because manhunt there, manhunt now, suicide bombers, but these kind of things. We haven't gotten
to that level yet. So we would have to deal with these things.
They feel like these things are small things.
Really, there's nothing small. These things will escalate.
Yeah. Anyway,
if we turn a blind eye to it,
that's very
because
true.
Okay, someone did this, nothing happened to them. Oh, then let me take it a notch higher,
and then we'll get there. More. That's very true.
It's just like quenching a fire before it becomes big. I mean, quenching smoke. That's what they say, right? So you the moment you
see a small flicker,
you just take it out before it even grows. And like I was saying, I support the whole agenda of the Stop Galamsey, the fact that we're protesting to make sure that the right things are done. Every youth, as we are right now, going through the things we are going through, experiencing the things we are going through, we know that these are the causes that we should champion. But why would you take the key of the police truck and throw it away?
That's how can it do it?
Do you understand? So you are doing the right thing. Do you realize that all these things you're doing, somebody is looking for something to discredit you with? So you don't give them that
chance.
Imagine you're asked to line up here or do this or do that. You do it exactly. Can they attack you?
No, that's true.
But let's assume that they want to attack you already. Now you've given them reason.
The moment you move back, that's true.
And now it has cancelled every good thing that you've been doing, because now they are putting you out to be a rebel of some sort.
That's true.
Changing the narrative or the cause of what you were out.
Yes, and there is now suiting their narrative, so which is wrong.
Don't give them reason at all. If your Poker's issue there, I don't know. Like right now, I feel Amamre. I don't know much about the Ashanti customs and traditions, but I feel like there's a way they do their things, and probably I think they told her that on Sambra. But I think I heard them say that the CEO of Media General should come. And then they also hammered on the fact that no relative of hers came.
Yes,
so maybe if they see that, then now they can say that at least now there's a bit of weight behind you. But if it's just you yourself, when you offend an elder, let's be honest, when you offend an elder, even if it's your dad, you look for someone
elder,
do you understand? Someone that they actually have respect or admiration for to go and apologize on your behalf. But if you go like that, your apology doesn't really carry weight. Do you understand? Especially depending on what she did. And with the kind of thing she said, like I'm saying, I feel she was, the last time I said that, she was right. She started off on a great note, but then she overdid it. She oversaid things, especially when you don't have proof. Baseless allegations and speculations, it didn't help. So now you have to literally either come with someone that is almost on the same level of the king, or someone that, unless maybe Kufuado, maybe she probably can go to her town's king.
I know now you're saying the town, the king too is saying so. Onimno said na.
Any a car so new so they born home somebody. Charlie, and you see, the Kwewu king has just denounced you because nobody wants to create enmity between themselves and other tribes. We don't even want that. Into our point now, like you think you can face the king. Now you didn't just speak against the king, you've spoken against his stool and the whole of Asanteman. So it would take more than you coming to kneel and to put out presses or apologies online on TV to say I'm sorry. Nah. It won't cut it. It won't cut it.
Hey, elephants. Makes sense she should kill an elephant.
The moment she brings an elephant in, I don't know what tribe in Ghana deals with elephants.
I wonder. Elephants.
But see, let's just be mindful of the things that we say and put out. It really, truly does not help.
Definitely. Especially those on social media, because one day you never can tell. And you
see, they made mention of Trini
Jonas
and other people who had said things, and they are like they are waiting for them. So that's why I always say that you're doing it today. The last time we spoke about this story, I said that a lot of people probably have said things and they think that they can get away with it, but they are watching you.
That's true.
They are watching you.
What you say in your room is not what one time I was actually giving advice on speaking on radio. Obviously, it's like Inkosi, what you're saying is right. I believe what you're saying, but you know what? You can say it here. You can say it in your friend's house. You can say it at the bar, but you cannot say it on radio. There's a difference.
Exactly.
There's a big difference.
Know the space or the environment and what to put out.
Exactly.
Know that and know peace. Otherwise, a lawsuit. So therefore, get a lawsuit imposed. Now it's not even lawsuit because lawsuit you can. With some lawsuits, that online apology and then going back, the media apology and everything would have worked. But now look at where it has migrated to. Hopefully they forgive her. So that is all I have for Word on the Street today. All right, thank you. And yes, just like that, we are moving on. Sadly, we can't bring you sports updates